So this place was built in around 1946.
Mm.
This house, and we built all the blocks. Those are all individually built blocks. So we built them. I mean, that's how my father built that house. So
So you never saw Mahatma Gandhi? You never met him?
I did. I went to India.
Oh, you met him? Oh, good.
Yeah, 1946. We went there. When
How
this
long it
house
took you to
was
go to
being
India from here in 1946, madam?
21 days.
21 days.
Days
You
on
must be a
the
small
ship.
child.
Yeah. On the ship, we used to go in the ship. And then that's the house. Now that house, in 1946, it was all deteriorating, the wood and
Of course,
everything.
of course.
So we had to destroy it and build this one. And then we rebuilt this house in 1950. So, it was in the same place, the same design and everything. And then in 85 it was demolished again, vandalized, So, and this, you can see there, the Vice President of India gave us the statue. And it was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Phoenix Settlement.
Film settlement.
As I said, it was established in 1904. So 2004 was 100 years.
Let me just go around it.
Yeah. There's some nice quotations there too.
I like God comes in the poor in the shape of bread. God comes to the poor in terms of bread, food, madam. Huh?
Right. Yeah,
Food is such an important thing for everyone.
absolutely.
Everyone needs a little bit of food. Nothing to
that's
do,
why we
nothing to do with
grow
very
in
fancy
front
food.
too.
Just food. The stomach says hungry and I'm fine. That I can think of something else when
That's
I'm
why
hungry.
he grew so many fruit trees around. Yeah, this is all planted by Gandhiji. The mango trees, and then he has
Wow, then they must be very
other
old.
trees too.
They must be very
They're
old,
very
madam.
old, yeah. These trees are very, very old.
100 years, huh? More than that, madam.
More than 100 years.
Wow, 120 years maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So why he came from London, studied, go to India and came to South Africa, madam?
Okay, so a businessman asked him to come here to represent him in a court case.
Okay.
So this businessman, he was a Muslim, but he spoke Gujarati. And he couldn't understand English very
English.
well. So he came from the same village as my grandfather. And so he asked my grandfather's
Grandfather means you meant Gandhiji.
Gandhiji.
Okay.
His father, he asked his father,
Can you send your son?
yeah, because he's a lawyer, he knows the law,
Right,
and he
right.
speaks Gujarati, so he can come and explain
Communicate
to
with him.
So that's how he came here.
So, madam, the video, the movie of Gandhiji, the train and all, was it exactly what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
What happened?
Yeah. He was thrown out in Pietermaritzburg. But there were lots of other things that's not in the movie. And I spoke to Richard Attenborough and he said that, as it is, this movie was so long. If I include everything.
Yeah, cannot.
Yeah. But
They should make a
you
series.
see-
Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 series, that would be
Yeah.
much better,
Yes.
To put all in one movie is not that easy.
That's nice. So anyway, the thing about Phoenix Settlement is that it was here that he made the changes in his life. He felt that, if he had to work with the community, he must first get to know the community. He
Correct.
must live like the poor people live, so that he can experience and see what the suffering they undergo. So here at that time there was no water, so you'll see these water tanks. This house had that water tank, you know. It's not the same one, we replaced it, but it's in the same place. So there was a water tank, the toilets were outside, bathroom was outside. There was no electricity here, you know, and so those are the conditions in which they lived. And so you can see here, you know, where Gandhiji, this whole thing that I was talking about, how this house was corroded. And then, you know, in
I
the
have not the
40s.
shadow of a doubt that any man or woman can achieve that what I have if he or she would make the same effort and cultivate the same hope and faith. Mohan. Yes, very nice. This house was built by Gandhiji and his family when Phoenix settlement was set in 1904. Kasturba and her son moved to Phoenix and had to adjust to a simple communal life with no running water and electricity far from the city. Yeah, must have been empty, madam, this place. Huh? And the original Sarvodaya was a corrupted, corrugated iron house. In 40 it was near collapse and rebuilt. Sushila and Sita Gandhi organized the opening of the new center in 1950. Who is Sushila and Sita Gandhi, madam?
Sushila is my mother.
Your mother.
Sita is my sister.
Okay.
My oldest sister.
It became a prayer hall and family moved to the house built with the help of Gandhiji's friend Herman. He's a Dutch. He's a Dutch. Huh?
No, he's a German, but a Jew.
Oh, Jew. Okay.
Yeah.
95 riot burned down. However, Rodney Haber, a Durban heritage architect, was able to faithfully restock the original home from photographs. Sarvodaya was eventually restored and dedicated in February 27. The president, Tambu. Okay.
So let's go.
So nice to see you, Ila, after a long time.
Yeah.
And
It's
still
been
driving
long.
around, huh?
Yeah, so this, you know, why did he make changes? And so this is the room where we show the inspiration. So, you know, he read books by Leo Tolstoy. He made friends with Leo Tolstoy, and that's how he began to think differently. Then
this
he
must be
read
the
the
letter,
Bhagavad
huh?
Gita.
It's like the
He
postcard.
read the Bible. He read, you know, the Quran. And so he began to appreciate all the different religions. And so that's one of the reasons that he changed. And when he was traveling by train from Johannesburg to Durban, he read this book called Unto This Last. And so in that book, you know, there were 3 things, and it's there in that black. The first one was that the good of the individual is contained in the good of all. The second was that all jobs are equal, you know. No matter what you work, it should be respected, whether
Yes,
you're, you know, working
Whether you
work,
wash the floor or
whatever.
clean the floor.
You should be
everybody.
respected, yeah, all work should be respected. And then the third was that living on the land and doing things with your hand is the most important. So that was the newspaper. And then he also had ideas about healthcare. You know, his idea was that you must look at body, mind, and soul.
So,
Yeah, and so, you know, he began to read this Henry Salt and Adolf Just, and he began to look at nature cure as a way, you know. So over here, if we had any ailments, we always first followed this idea, you know. They used to use mud pack and, you know, hot and cold water.
but no one does it nowadays, madam.
No one does it.
Everyone looking for What writing this, madam? This writing.
This is his writing. He said, I want world sympathy in this battle of right against might. And this was when he started the Gandhi, the Salt March. That was the biggest thing, you know.
Yes, madam.
You're going away with these people? Okay, let's go. So here, this is how he changed. You see, that's why we say that it was here that he changed. So the first thing was this, we call this the awakening. So he came here dressed like that, and when he left, that's how he was dressed. So you see that from here, the change in his attire. So from, Western style and all that, he became simple and more, Indian dressing. Then there's a lot of people who talk about him being racist. So he said certain things that made people believe that he was a racist, That statement is, but then he made other statements, and you see how his ideas changed attitude to people.
A white barber was not at fault in having refused to cut my hair. There was every chance of his losing his custom if he should serve black men. We in India do not allow our barbers to serve our untouchable brethren. I got the reward of this in South Africa, not once but many times, and the conviction that it was the punishment for our own sins saved me from becoming angry.
So he was against untouchability too.
Yes.
And then this is about healthcare. So mind and body, he began.
It was after I went to South Africa that I became what I am now. Wow, such powerful word, madam. Such powerful word. So we travel the world to learn something, madam. See the hardship of other people.
Absolutely.
We live in the same country. We don't know what other people are going through.
Absolutely.
There's no food. There's no water to drink. There's no electricity. Some people in many parts of the world having everything and complaining. There's no water for 6 hours. People go no water for the whole life.
That's right.
They have to walk to the river and take water and come down, madam. By the time water
That's
comes
what
up.
we used to do in those days,
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes. No, it's true. We are too self-centered. We don't look at the broader community. So this was the Bambata uprising, and he volunteered as a Red Cross worker, not in the army, but as a Red Cross worker. And this is what he said, this is very important.
I never forget the lacerated backs of Zulu who had received strips and were brought to us for nursing, but no white nurse was prepared to look after them. And yet those who perpetrated all those cruelties called themselves Christians. They were educated, better dressed than the Zulus, but not their moral superior. Nice. Yes, madam, everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You're tuned to such negative energy, and how can you become what you want?
Absolutely.
Very sad.
You want to do some healing before you go?
Yes,
Having
madam.
any pains or anything? You can eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Struggle
always.
continues. The struggle
Basically
continues.
teaching people to heal themselves and how they can heal others, it's free. So one of the workers is just made us so much stronger, taking any of the dark energies out. And then one of the teachers of the headaches. So you can do some healing on that.
Yes, madam. Yes, yes, yes.
So that's very good. You want to scan someone? I can take a
So
background.
here, this is about how his ideas influenced other people around the world. So these are all the different movements around the world that were influenced by Gandhiji. And they all participated in non-violent resistance. So from there, you see all of them. And there are many more in the world. And this is about the Salt March, this book. But the beautiful thing here is that when you see from the side, they all face you.
Oh,
You go the other side, they still face you.
basic.
Some technology, their feet and everything is
Yeah.
that way.
They have both, not two pieces or one.
I don't know how they did it. But
So, Hassan, you heard what she said. You look this side,
Yeah.
they're facing you. You on that
This
side,
side, yeah.
they're facing you also.
you don't see Gandhi's back on that side. You'll see his face.
So you're still driving? That's so good.
Have to, once you give up,
Yeah, but you're still
then-
staying on your own.
Asha is staying with me.
Oh.
She's young,
Oh, okay.
She's conscious, just at the creche at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you're having a crash.
Yeah, there's a creche at the bottom and there's a clinic here too. I would really like to sign the book. Would you
There are
like to
7
sign
sins
our-
in the world: wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, commerce without morality, science without humanity, worship without sacrifice, politics without principle. Mahatma Gandhi in young India.
So inside there, it got quotations by other people on Gandhiji. You can open the two sides.
I'll go back and read
And
it.
that's the quotations by him.
Even Martin Luther King. Even the one said by Einstein, he said, for years, for millions of years to come, nobody will ever believe such a man walked on earth.
Absolutely.
Someone who did this brings such a big population into
Yeah.
freedom.
Understand, quotations by him.
Ah, okay.
So,
I'm going to open
This
this
is
now.
what he said.
I'll go back and read all this now. I'll go back and read all this.
okay, yeah, sure.
So I'll put it in
There's a
in
lot
YouTube
here
and
to read.
let
We
people,
don't
yeah,
have.
people will know all
Yeah.
these things. Face to face with apartheid. On the invitation of his friend Abdullah Sheikh Mohammed Gandhi sailed from South Africa, sailed for 1893. On June 7, 1993, he was pushed out of the first-class train compartment at Petersburg railway platform. His fault, he was brown-skinned. The incident proved to be the turning point in the life of a young Gandhi and made him resolve to resist injustice and discrimination with the truth and non-violence. Okay, good.
Historical. I don't.
Okay, madam. Okay. 23rd of September 2023. We are in which place is called, madam?
Phoenix settlement.
Phoenix settlement, where Gandhiji was here, and that's how he started his independence fight against all race and religion as one God and all these things. And he stands here is Madam Ila.
Ila.
Ila, she's a granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi. So nice to be here with her, to know there's a descendant of a great man on Mother Earth. Thank you, madam. Thank you to the grandfather and everything that he did for mankind all over the world.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.